the country, the nation, will hold him responsible for anything that may happen during the demonstrations. The nation will hold him responsible for any damage to property. The country will hold him responsible for any loss of life. The country will hold him responsible for any injuries that may be associated with the demonstrations. Government position is that we must encourage contact and dialogue. That's the more reason why the president has arranged that on the 20th of July, there will be a public lecture, a public debate, where the president has come up with the selected topics, issues of governance, sovereignty, issues of economic independence, issues of human rights. So anybody who has any questions can come to the public lecture and ask the president any question. There will be a panel of panelists to respond to those questions.
That's Minister of Information and Civic Education, Simon Vuwa Ntaba. And commenting on the same, presidential spokesperson, Dr. Vuwa Ntaba, says Tembo's remarks are a demonstration that he dreams of getting the presidency via the back door.
We are surprised that of all people, Honorable John Tembo has decided to go join in these demonstrations. Of all the people, he, being one of the most senior politicians in this country, should know by now that country's problems anywhere can never be solved on the street. From what we are seeing, he has always wanted to get to the presidency through any means that he can. He tried the impeachment in the past. He has tried even the rotating presidency amendment for the Constitution. He has tried all sorts of dubious means to get to the presidency. He has even tried in the courts. As we know, he's still trying in the courts. Now we understand one of the hopes that these organizers of these demonstrations have is that these demonstrations will oust the president. They have said so in this demonstration right up in the paper today. This is most irresponsible. I don't think they should really seriously think that these demonstrations can oust the president. I think they're being very, very naive. We therefore would like to appeal to the people of Malawi not to be misled by the ambitions of, in this case, Honorable Tembo, who wants to get the government through the back door, and in the other case of the 3 gay activists who want to promote gay activism in this country.
And Dr. Ntaba also said Malawi is not the only country affected by the decision of the UK to suspend budgetary support. Dr. Vuwa Ntaba adds that the decision would not affect the country's financial operations, as the zero-deficit budget would cushion the aid suspension.
Those who welcome the suspension of British general budget support to Malawi with some hidden jubilation, including Honorable JZU Tembo, and blame the state president for this development, are getting it all wrong. Here are some quotations from the defeat statement in question. The title was, "The UK government to suspend general budget support to Malawi." Statement: Malawi will no longer receive general budget support from the United Kingdom government. Statement: in the meanwhile, we will use other means to ensure that the programs to protect the poor Malawians' basic services are still able to continue. Another statement: the UK has long and deep commitment to the people of Malawi, and we are keen to see that the country resumes the good progress it has made in recent years. Another statement: this development comes as the government reduces general budget support across the world by 43% and also tightens up the principles on which budget support agreements are made. The statement shows clearly that Malawi is not alone, but among the 43% of many other countries in the world that have lost budget support from Britain. There must be other reasons, such as the UK's economic hardships for this development, apart from the named British concerns in Malawi. The suspended budget support, which is about £19 million, is much less than the British aid to our development budget, which I understand is well about £80 million. It is a shame that our critics are remaining silent about this fact. We, however, would want to commend the British government for continuing to help the poor Malawians in this way. The zero deficit budget, which our government is now implementing already, means that we shall not need British or any other donor money for our recurrent budget support. The UK decision to suspend this special budget support, therefore, shall not affect Malawi government's financial operations in any way. We therefore must commend our state president and not fault him for his foresighted zero deficit budget, because it is shielding Malawians from the ravages of such developments in the relationships with our development partners.
You're watching NBC News at 8. Our top stories. Special Assistant